Good evening, everyone. Once again, we are together with Orlando, and tonight we are talking about active shooter situation and what one can do to prepare himself for that. Orlando?
I think these days everybody should be aware of what to do in an active shooter situation. In Europe, it's not so common. In the US, it's common. Well, not common, but it happens more than it does in most places. The issue is with Europe at the moment, there's a lot of weapons flying into Europe from, being shipped into Europe, smuggled into Europe from Ukraine. So in the near future, I think we're going to see incidents. The main thing with any active shooter situation is you need to be aware of your environment, aware of exits, etc. You can either fight or you can flee. In Europe, where people don't have the right to defend themselves, you're not going to be getting into a shootout with the bad guys because you're not allowed to have firearms. In the US, in states where people are able to defend themselves, if you've got concealed permits, etc., then you can defend yourself and defend others. The issue is with that, and there's been a couple of cases where people have stopped active shooter situations only to be shot by the police. So again, you have to be very, very careful that if you're involved in an active shooter situation and you do engage the hostiles, engage the terrorists, that you don't end up being shot by other good guys or the police. Now in Europe, as I said, where people can't defend themselves, all you can generally do is escape. Escape or go to cover. If you go to cover, make sure the cover you're in, make sure the room you're in, etc. The walls are bulletproof, the door is bulletproof, and the bad guys can't get in there. There was an incident, I think, at the nightclub shooting in Orlando, Florida, a few years ago, where the active shooter, the terrorist, actually got into the bathroom where people was hiding and was shooting people as they were lying on the floors. To me, you're always better off to escape. Moving targets are harder to hit than stationary targets. So if you're in a place and things go bad and there is an active shooter situation, I'd always say head for the exits. Don't head for the obvious exits because they could be booby-trapped, or there could be secondary shooters, secondary devices, etc. Head for the less obvious exits and get the hell out of there. Run. Moving targets are harder to hit than stationary targets. Don't try to be a hero if you don't have a firearm and you don't know how to use a firearm. Just get out of there, get to cover, get to a safe area, and again, call law enforcement if necessary if they've not been called already. So that would be my advice in an active shooter situation. Main thing, don't be a hero, get the hell out of the area, get the hell away from the shooter as quickly as possible.
Thank you very much, Orlando. If you enjoyed what you see, you can always subscribe. It's free and it helps us. And if you want a specific answer to a specific question, you can always use the comments. Good night. Thank you very much.